Nope, you have to do it. You can talk like that, that's fine, but you're going to be on camera for at least the next 3 minutes.
Why?
Because you're going to be answering questions, because I have to do this. I'm not just going to do it so it's boring to me.
No, what is this for?
For the Sue Lehmann Award.
Absolutely not.
What? It's not. It's for my practice. Why does everything have to be a hassle with you?
What are you practicing?
I have to videotape 10 minutes of something, and then I have to go back, and I have to edit it down to a 5-minute piece. So right now, this past 30 seconds is all going on there, probably as the intro.
How embarrassing. Be like accident prone. I'm clumsy, but I don't break things.
That's good.
Just bend them.
I bruised my ribs getting out of bed in the morning.
I think mine were a little worse. I was doing a flyaway. Not that, I don't know if you know what that
What's a
is.
flyaway?
That's when you come high bar, low bar.
Okay.
Release back, catch low bar. Miss the low bar. Flew. Kind of landed like a backwards sandwich. Anyways.
A backwards sandwich?
Yeah, I think I might have tore a muscle in my back. Bruised a rib. It was really embarrassing because it was like a big meet and like I missed the whole bar, like fell really weird and everybody was like, oh, and then they made an announcement. I was like, is there a doctor in the building? It was really embarrassing.
How old are you?
I was probably like 10. And extremely embarrassed. That was one of the meets I had to miss school for, so it was, anyways.
That's pretty tough, the high bar, low bar.
It is, and the beam sucked. I was really good at floor and vault though.
I would imagine that like the other two have a little bit more fear involved in them.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah.
Could you do all the flips on the beam and stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately.
How do they teach you that?
You do it on a line on the floor first, and then you build up. Like you start with a beam with mats, a low beam with mats on it, and once you like make sure your hands hit, then they remove the mats. Then you just move up the beams until you're on the high beam.
What about the high bar or low bar?
You just go for it.
You get a lot of spotting?
You get spotting, but sometimes spotting
Eventually.
it doesn't help. Like it's easier to spot on the floor, but for the bar, it's not as easy to spot. You can try, but it's not like they can really catch you mid-air when you're spotting. That can't go on the tape.
I will remember that. Put your hand up like this, just so I know which part. Okay, there. I will cut that.
Who's gonna see this tape?
I'm not sure.
Oh no.
This is Jane's office. Hello,
Hi.
Jane. How are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Good.
You read them?
I don't know if I have. Favorite dance song at a wedding?
Shout.
You know, it's the Buffalo Bills theme song.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
They change it to the Bills, though. Alright, back to work.
Yep, back to work.
This is Charlie. Say hello, Charlie.
Hello. What are you doing?
I have to edit a 10-minute movie.
Yeah, and you have no idea how to do it, do you?
Well, I have to make the movie first. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
You have to act natural on camera.
Okay. So what was that natural?
Okay.
Is fine, like.
No, I mean, I'm not very interested in that. Best date you've ever been on, Charlie?
Best I've ever been on?
Mm-hmm. Most fun you've ever had on a date?
Most fun I've ever had on a date. I'd say the best date I've ever been on is when my boyfriend at the time, Ben, he like told me to block off the evening, and he wouldn't tell me what we were doing whatsoever, and he just told me to like show up at his room and at like a certain time, and no idea what to expect, and so I showed up at his room, and like he does not cook, or he did not cook, and he actually cooked me dinner, and he'd had like 2 of his friends help him make dinner too, because he couldn't do it himself. And so he had this like 3-course meal that we had, and it was great. And then also like I've been talking about wanting to watch this movie forever, and like never finding it at Blockbuster or anything, and he had like gone online to like Amazon or whatever, and actually ordered it and bought it for me, and so we watched it that night too, and it was just a really special
What was for dinner?
What was for dinner? We had pasta. It was like the main course was like a pesto pasta with like salmon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was really yummy. And then he also had this like Oriental or Greek salad, I forget. And then he made some like chocolate and raspberry, like cake thing, and it was amazing.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chaz.
No problem.
Got that.
This is Courtney. I got it from the back room.
Oh, cool.
You can borrow it sometime if you want.
We just got one of those.
To make movies?
Yeah, we've been taping me skating in Ryland, hitting golf balls. It's really
In the
fun.
backyard?
Yeah, it's in our backyard, isn't it?
Where do you ice skate?
Columbia. I went this morning.
How'd you do?
Medium. I need to be going more.
How's
Am I
your
supposed to look at you or at the camera?
I don't know. I'm not really sure how this works. Who was the funniest person you met on that trip? Can't be somebody that you already knew. So nobody in like Ryan's family.
I'm trying to think of who we met on that trip. This is kind of a long time ago. You're kind of putting me on the spot.
I am putting everyone on the spot today.
Okay. Funniest person I met on that trip. I'm thinking of other. Oh wait, I feel like we met some people in Montana that were funny. I can't remember.
It's God's country, you know.
What is Montana?
Yeah.
We almost saw a bear. We saw a bear dung.
You saw bear dung?
Yeah, we went to Glacier National Park. Have you ever been there? This was actually a different road trip. I'm getting my road trips confused.
How many road trips have we been on now?
We've been on, Brown likes to drive. We've been on like a couple. We went the summer after law school. We drove around the West. We went from, where did we go? We went Utah to Jackson Hole, and then we went up to Glacier. And then we had to cut it short. I had to come home.
Okay. Who are the Ravens going to take in the first round?
I don't even know. What are we going to take, a wide receiver or a cornerback probably?
Probably a wide receiver, I would say.
I need to watch more college football. Who's a good wide receiver coming out? But I feel like maybe we could just get a wide receiver out of free agency. Do we really want to spend a first-round draft pick on a wide receiver? I mean,
Santonio Holmes.
Was he second?
I think he was
Maybe
the first
Mark
round.
was first round.
Santonio Holmes and Larry Fitzgerald would have something to say about first round wide receiver picks.
Maybe we'll get Anquan Bolden. There's been a lot of talk about that.
He's still under contract though.
But he's disgruntled.
He is disgruntled.
It's rough making it to the Super Bowl.
Tough life. Thank you, ma'am. Trust me.